You may be wondering, why on earth am I focusing an entire video on a banged up old Hot Wheels car? Well, for starters, this is not just a Hot Wheels car, this is a Matchbox car from the late 1960s, early 1970s, back when Matchbox bore the proud label of Made in the United Kingdom. This car is actually based on a real car that came out in the late 1960s, built and designed by Chrysler. This is a 1968 Dodge Charger. Before you get a puzzled look on your face like I did when I first discovered this thing, let's bring in another 68 Dodge Charger. Any car buff watching this video knows this is what a 68 Charger is supposed to look like. Wide rectangular grille, hideaway headlights, and a distinctive Coke bottle shape that's almost instantly recognizable. If both these cars are Chargers, then where did this Matchbox version come from? Well, we're going to have to take a quick trip back to the 1960s. Between 1964 and 1968, Dodge produced 3 concept vehicles given the name Charger. The first came out in 1964, resembling a sportier 2-seater version of the Dodge Polara. The second came out the following year and ended up as the basis for the production line first generation model that came out a year later in 1966. The third of these concept Chargers came out in 1968. This Corvette-looking car, dubbed the Charger 3, was conceived as a test bed for aerodynamics. Although some sources say these cars were built without engines and were just little more than motorless trailer jockeys. One wonders if this car as a test bed for aerodynamics is not a predecessor to the famously iconic 69 Charger Daytona and 70 Superbird that took NASCAR by storm back in the day. The design of this car definitely had influence on the toy market. Ira Guilford, a car designer at Mattel, designed at least 2 Hot Wheels cars that referenced this design, the Torero and the Twin Mill. In 1970, Matchbox got permission to produce die-cast cars based on this concept car and produced it up until 1976. Their Charger came in 2 colors based on year release. The earlier ones from 1970 to 1971 were reddish pink in color with a greenish colored chassis. The ones released from 72 through 76 were green in color with a pink colored chassis. A few more Charger concept cars were built in the early 1970s, but these were mainly sports car and roadster versions of the production second generation Charger with a 1969 Daytona nose cone on the front. Skipping ahead to 1999, Dodge released a new concept car that, while embodying a retro Charger look in a 1990s sedan, had very similar lines to the Charger 3. In 2006, Dodge once again brought back the Charger name on a production model sedan. That car is still in production today. And the rest, as they say, is history.